What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back with another quick Seattle Mariners video. Mariners reliever Jackson Kowar, reported this morning by Ryan Divish, will need Tommy John surgery and will miss the entire season for 2024. So I'm going to break that down a little bit. Before I get started, as always, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you are new here as well. Helps out the channel tremendously. And also think about becoming a channel member. Once the season starts, I'm going to have members only live streams. I've done some giveaways during those. So if you want to, think about becoming a channel member as well. And if you're going to be going to any sporting events, spring training, Mariners, Kraken, concerts, whatever, download the SeatGeek app or go to their website. Use that promo code down below there, JS Trident, for $20 off your first time purchase on SeatGeek. Also, this week, might do it tomorrow. Twitter user, the Jake page, really good follow. If you're not on Twitter, I mean, if you're not on Twitter, nothing you can do about it. But if you're on Twitter, give him a follow. Great Mariners content. He does the like the Jerry DiPoto transcripts. So when DiPoto does the interviews and he's on his show during the season, Jake Page does a great job. He puts it into a transcript form. So if you don't have time to listen to a 45-minute interview with DiPoto, you can read it in 10, 15 minutes. I've used those on my show a lot to discuss what DiPoto's answers are to certain questions. So a really great Twitter user. He has made a Google Doc for Mariners fans with about 30 to 40 questions, picks for who will have the most WAR, MVP, stuff like that. I filled it out. I'm going to edit some of my answers on that. And then maybe this week, tomorrow, Tuesday, someday this week, maybe Wednesday, I will do a video on my predictions for that. There's a couple I want to edit because I went back and actually started the video doing my predictions. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. So I am going to go back through and edit some of those a little bit and really tune those in before the season. So I will have a video up on that. But if you're a Mariners fan on Twitter, Jake Page, go fill out that Google Doc. Really cool. I think he's doing some prizes and giveaways. I will say this too. I don't think anybody has access to see other people's picks, but if you do, like, be kind. We're all in this together. We're all Mariners fans. We want this team to win. So if somebody doesn't have a pick you like, I'm not doing it when I do those predictions to be like, oh, see, I was right. It's just for fun. It's like my March Madness bracket that I'll have out next week. It's just to have a good time. But let's get on the news. Jackson Kowar will miss the entire season with the UCL injury, needing Tommy John. Kowar was one of the few, not one of the few, I guess one of the few relievers kind of having a standout spring training. The bullpen's been a little rough this spring. And Kowar looked like he might be a solid addition to it, but unfortunately, will not be pitching in 2024. The Ryan Stanek signing was official. Obviously, one of the reasons they signed Stanek, I'm sure, was knowing what was going to happen with Kowar. Listen, first and foremost, on a human level, you always hate to see these things. Even if you weren't high on Jackson Kowar or whatever, this is a young guy trying to make a career for himself and was having a nice spring. Looked like somebody that was going to be a part of this bullpen and is now going to miss the. So it's always a shame when something like that happens. Just like I said, on a human level, taking away what it means for the Mariners. So, really upset for him. And it's got to be tough, right? I've never been a pitcher or anything like that, but to be out for a season with an injury and have to battle your way back, and with all that in the back of your mind, you just had that injury, can't be easy. So listen, the Mariners bullpen is being tested a little bit here early. We've lost Kowar for the season. Brash and Santos, it sounds like they're progressing in the right direction, but until I see them on the mound, I'm always nervous with pitchers. Pitching injuries, anything with your arm, elbow, shoulder, my first assumption is always, oh my God, they're done for the year. Unless it's like an ankle injury where, okay, they'll be back out there. So I'm always a little nervous on pitching injuries. That's not trying to be pessimistic. I'm not trying to assume anything with Brash or Santos, but until we see them back out there, I'm cautious about it. So hopefully they'll be back though. Do I think this is a devastating injury for the Mariners? No, I wasn't counting on Jackson Kowar as being a big part of the bullpen, but he looked solid in spring. The stuff looked good. Brash probably going to be out to start the year. So is Santos. So, guys had to everyone kind of got bumped up a little bit in the pecking order for the bullpen. So from that standpoint, it absolutely hurts. This doesn't change my prediction for the team or anything for 24. I still think they're fine. But it's just depth that's lost for the season, and that does hurt. And actually, both players the Mariners got in the Jared Kelenic trade have now needed Tommy John surgery. Cole Phillips getting his second Tommy John surgery done, so his season is done and some into next year, which for a guy in A-ball just really slows down that development tremendously. So that's a shame for him. And now Kowar as well. And obviously, listen, that trade was a salary dump to get Evan White, Marco Gonzalez's contract off the books. And I think they would have traded Kelenic anyways. Would have been nice to get a little bit more back for him, but it is what it is. So it's not like these were guys you were relying on necessarily, but it's just a shame that the little bit you did get back in that trade, now both guys are missing the entire season, unfortunately for them and for the Mariners as well. So wishing them, Phillips, that we knew that a while ago. Obviously wishing Jackson Kowar all the best and hoping he can get back for 2025. So that's all I've got. Just wanted to update on that. The Ryan Stanek signing, it made sense even if Kowar wasn't going to be out for the year, just with, the rumors of his injury, Brash not being ready, Santos still getting back going. Another veteran reliever was nice. It's not like a lot of relievers have stepped up yet in spring training as well. So yeah, there's that. And then some roster moves were made yesterday. The only one of note was Michael Chavis was sent to minor league camp. Not that I thought Chavis was going to make the roster, but he was definitely, kind of with Urias being out in that conversation a little bit. It looks like Urias is back now, so all good on that front. But that's really the only name of note that was sent to minor league camp. So Stanek signing's official, Kowar out for the year, and I will have that prediction video up later this week as well. So go Mariners. Have a great weekend, everybody. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.